How was the sleep last night?
Well, I was nearly asleep and we had a family who rocked up next to us with kids that were crying.
Was that the ones that were talking to us this morning?
Yeah. So it was interesting, and then these boys had a chorus of snoring.
So it sounds like a good night's sleep then. How do you hear, bud?
Dull noise. You could hear them.
What was the sleep levels like, Wes?
I had 2 mattresses and a double swag. It's about as good as you can get. Pretty good.
Yeah, nice. DJ?
Yeah, I slept like a log.
Snoring away, what was it? It's got
Oh,
good
your
sleep.
tate's on a log.
What about you?
Oh, I got up before I went to bed. Before you went to bed.
Best points on the board. Yeah, it's still Queenie.
When the viz is like it was on this particular occasion, you got to work a bit harder. You got to communicate really well with your dive partner as to what they've seen on the bottom. So as Matt brings up this break sea cod, he lets me know about a Queenie on the bottom.
Queenie's still there. It's not huge, but it's probably worth it.
So with the knowledge that there's at least a Queenie down there, I head down to the bottom to check it out. And sure enough, there was a Queenie, but I ended up going after the Harlequin instead.
Nice work, DJ.
Whenever there's fish in the esky, there's always plenty of smiles on the boat. And with smiles come reminiscing stories, such as this one here.
Literally.
Who was with me that day?
That was bad.
So here's another time. Dad and I, we're going to go, same thing. 2 Little Bay, we're on the beach gearing up. Dad didn't take a swim. And there's a guy just watching a tinny. And he said, oh, you might have to catch the lift. And then anyway, he's like, yeah, right, get in. So he jumped in, waiting this in the back corner. Dad's got about 20 weights on it. He couldn't get on a plane, it's a little tinny. And there's boats going past, he's like, oh, these effing boys are going to be our spot. And he's getting angry and stuff. And then we get to the point of change. All right, you get. And on the way out, I put my flippers on the staff. And I jump in the gear off. I turn around, I see Dad. Thanks, fellas. He jumps off. His flippers under his armpit, skiing on the other. And goggles weren't on. And he jumped in and he disappeared. pop up. And I look under, and there he is, like trying to get to the surface with his weights on.
The laughs continue as we actually had to get DJ in the boat.
Thanks, boys. All right,
With DJ in the boat, it was off to the next spot, and thankfully we managed to find some crayfish, and we had a few attempts, but we finally got there.
I was like, oh, he's got it. Ah, dang. I reckon we can still potentially get it. It's worth one more crack. With a fair bit of energy used looking for the crayfish and finally getting it, it was good just to enjoy soaking up, looking at this blue groper and the other fish life around it for a while. With a variety of species in the boat and plenty of laughs had, new memories made, it was time to head back and clean it all up and eat it that night for dinner. One of the joys of the sport of spearfishing is the fact that it's always different. Every time you go diving, you're in new terrain, exploring new spots, you're seeing new fish, you're heading out with different people, you're having shared memories, new laughs, new good times, which all just add up to just a really enjoyable hobby. And sometimes the hobby brings with it some thrills which are pretty dangerous but pretty enjoyable when you're diving with the right people. For instance, on this occasion, I'm diving with my brother who I trust, and we're watching one another as one goes into a hole looking for some crays, whilst one counts on the surface. And if the diver who's gone into the hole hasn't reappeared in the time given beforehand, then the diver on the surface would make their way down to suss things out and give a hand if need be. But as you can see, the glow of the torch is soon seen, and Matt reappears and makes his way to the surface, where we'll then swap positions and he will watch me as I enter into the same hole and have some success with a crayfish. So whether it's an overnight trip with a group of mates or a short rock hop before work, whether you end up with plenty of fish in the esky or little fruit to show for your efforts, freedive spearfishing is a hobby that rarely disappoints. There's always something to see, a laugh had, or a story to tell. I trust you've enjoyed watching a little snippet of what goes on. Till next time.